This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the morning of May 26, 2022. I'm Wes Mills. Indianapolis-based Eli Lilly & Company says it will build 2 manufacturing facilities in Boone County, investing more than $2 billion. The Lilly project, with plans to create 500 permanent jobs, would establish operations in Boone County's planned innovation district called LEAP. Boone County Economic Development Corporation Executive Director Molly Whitehead says the Lilly project is the biggest private investment in county history.
Obviously, it's a game changer for our community, a company of Lilly's caliber. It's the sort of company any community would want. It gives an opportunity for our community to keep talent here or bring high schoolers back home after college.
The Indiana Economic Development Corporation has identified Boone County as a strategic location for future growth due to its location along Interstate 65 between Indy and West Lafayette. The large-scale research and innovation park could eventually measure more than 7,500 acres. Delayed by COVID for 2 years, the inaugural Indiana Global Economic Summit gets underway this morning at the Indiana Convention Center. The event is drawing economic and trade ambassadors and ministers from more than 24 countries. We'll have coverage throughout the day on InsideIndianaBusiness.com. Governor Eric Holcomb said Wednesday he is preparing a plan to potentially tap into the growing state budget surplus to help residents with the national inflation jump, while rejecting calls for suspending state gas taxes. Holcomb says it would be misguided to cut the 56 cents per gallon in state taxes on gasoline. Supporters of the gas tax cut argue the state can afford such a move, as its state tax collections have surged about 12% from a year ago. Holcomb says he expects to release a plan in early June for what he calls inflationary relief, but provided no details. Indiana golf legend Fuzzy Zoeller will today celebrate the opening of a new hotel and restaurant near the River Ridge Commerce Center in Jeffersonville. Zoeller is a co-owner of the venue. The famed golfer and his family developed the project through a partnership with Indianapolis-based General Hotels Corporation, which will manage the property. From the #1 source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio. Purdue University and Rolls-Royce officials have signed a research and testing agreement that will bring $75 million over 10 years to the West Lafayette campus. The school says it is the largest deal with an industry partner in Purdue history. The newly signed agreement will fund testing and research with a focus in the areas of gas turbine technology and electrical and digital technology. Newburgh-based Heritage Federal Credit Union has promoted President Andy Aylesworth to the role of Chief Executive Officer. Our partners at WEHT TV report Aylesworth will succeed David Milligan, who is set to retire later this year after serving in the role for 4 years. The Indiana Fever have fired head coach Marianne Stanley. The team says assistant coach Carlos Knox will take over as head coach on an interim basis for the remainder of the season. The change follows the team's 2-7 start to the 2022 season. Stanley was named head coach in 2019 and amassed an 18-49 record in a little over 2 seasons. The City of Evansville Department of Parks and Recreation has unveiled the completed designs for Sunset Skate Park. The public park will consist of a concrete skate park situated along the riverfront in downtown Evansville and will connect to an existing playground. The city says rain gardens have also been added to the park's design, which will help mitigate stormwater runoff. Construction is expected to begin this fall. I'm Wes Mills, Inside Indiana Business, Radio on Demand.